Welcome back to Investing and Trading Live. Once again, my name is Josh Lilquist. On the last segment, we were talking about the retirement side of your life, the golden years, the years that we work so hard for to reach and be able to do the fun things that we want and to have more choices. We got into how this volatility in the market, especially after the Fed interest rate
Right.
on, I believe it was Wednesday, how to have a strategy that removes those emotions, that removes that, oh, I'm sad because the market is down, or I'm so excited that the market is up, and then you clog your brain
hmm
and don't make the right decisions. So I'm going to kind of continue that discussion here a little bit on this segment, Al, about really the day and the life of a trader or an investor and what that actually looks like, because we have a lot of people that are looking to get started that are brand new. We did have a lot of people texting in and going to the URL for the investing class, or the power trading workshop, I should say. I want to make sure we do that again. If you want to come into that power trading workshop locally here in Bloomington, you can simply just text the word investing to the number 210-210 for 2 seats for that class, one for you and one for a friend, or simply go to investwithota.com. So, Al, as I mentioned, I want to get into like the day in the life of a trader, because a lot of people, and I talked about this, gosh, a long time ago. The movies show how investing and trading is. If you're sitting at your computer and you're drinking a bottle of scotch and smoking a stogie and sweating profusely and just lots of emotions, that's what people proclaim as trading and investing. And Al, no, it's not your dating life, being nervous, but they have kind of brainwashed a lot of people to think, or the expectation is totally different than what investing and trading should look like. Now, when you have a strategy that's designed to remove those emotions step by step, I want you to explain what it really is or what it looks like to be a trader or an investor.
Well, if there was a meter that measured your emotion level and it went from boring to euphorically excited, you want your meter to be closer to the boring side.
Hmm.
You hit it right on the head. People have portrayed Wall Street, portrayed trading as something that's a full-time venture where you can't leave your computer. If you step away, and we hear stories about people that do this, that spend all day in their computer and they get up to go to the bathroom and they come back and they've lost a trade. They
Yeah.
miss out. It's because they weren't prepared, they
And,
weren't
and,
set properly.
and not having a strategy either.
You have to have a strategy. No matter what you do, if you anything you do in life, you actually have a strategy. You have a plan for the way you do it. If you're going to go on vacation, you don't just get in your car and start driving. You know where you're going to go. You know how long you're going to be gone. You know the best way to get where you're going. And the same thing is true in trading and investing. You have to have a strategy, and that strategy should take as much as possible the emotion out of trading, and it should leave you with a feeling of confidence that if you follow the strategy, if you don't veer away from the rules that are part of your strategy, you'll be just fine. But trading is not a full-time venture where, and by that I mean you don't have to sit in front of your computer all day. You can do it as your full-time source of income. A lot of people do, but those people know how to do it in a way that maybe takes a couple of hours if you want to do it
Yeah.
every day. You preset a trade. You have to, if you're going to take the emotion out of it, you have to have something set and then walk away and don't look at it and let the software do the work for you.
Yeah, to give an example of that, people portray as a full-time job, as
hmm
going somewhere, having a boss look over you and telling you what you're worth, telling you what to do. A full-time trader, and this is not, it's not the same for everybody, but you actually dictate what happens.
Sure.
You dictate your time, you dictate your schedule, you dictate your capital. So you are in control of how you want your results to be.
Yeah.
But if you don't have a strategy, it's going to be very difficult. And that's why we have these power trading workshops to go through what a strategy actually looks like, for one, and then how to put steps within a strategy to make smart and intelligent investing decisions. So to come into one of these power trading workshops to see that step-by-step strategy, just text the word investing to the number 210 for 2 seats, one for you and one for a friend, or simply go to investwithota.com. So, Al, I know you wanted to talk a little bit about the Fed rates that did not get raised this week,
Right.
and there was some talk afterwards and really shot the market. especially the Dow, to new all-time highs again. We know what happened the rest of the week, but what's your insight on that?
Well, basically once a month, Jerome Powell or whoever happens to be the head of the Fed is the most powerful person in the world as far as impact on the markets.
Mm-hmm.
He can say something. He can say sometimes it's one word or one sentence that can rocket the market like it did this last week. Dow was up, I think, over 500 points.
Call it to the moon.
Yeah, to the moon. And you know what? And what they did was what people expected. Nobody expected them, or I shouldn't say nobody, but almost nobody expected them to raise rates. The hope was that maybe they would cut rates, but everybody thought they were going to keep rates the same, which is what they did.
Yeah, well, you looked at Wednesday, the market, the Russell was up 3.4%.
Mm-hmm.
The NASDAQ, I'm looking at the ETFs here,
Right,
which measures the index, but was up 1.27. The Dow was up 1.45, and the S&P 500 was up 1.38. Just shot straight up.
right. Yeah, and that's because of comments. It wasn't the fact that necessarily that they kept rates the same. I mean, that helped, but it's the comments that he makes going forward, and people felt very confident in what he said. So the market shot up, and what's going to happen now? People are going to see what happened, and the people that weren't in, I think I might have gone over this in the first section, they're going to start to feel that they might have missed out because there still is a lot of money on the sidelines that hasn't gone into the market. Mm-hmm. A lot of the public actually has pulled money out of the market, and a lot of what we've been seeing are the algo systems, the computerized systems, trading systems. That's what has caused a lot of the big moves up and down in these markets. Once numbers have hit, they just start trading like crazy.
That's an advantage that we have, though,
Exactly.
because we want that volatility. Once you have a strategy that's designed to follow that,
Yep.
You want that volatility, you want that movement, because it's going to go to your either your targets or whatever you're trying to do faster. So that's a good thing as investors. Don't be afraid of that.
That's exactly right. To be successful, what you have to do is be able to identify areas on a price chart where the institutions, the people with billions of dollars, where they're going to be buying or selling something. And when we see these big moves like we just saw with with what the Fed's funds rate not being raised, and the consequent move of the markets after that, that just drives the price more quickly into an area that we want it to go, so we can be prepared to benefit. A lot of people are going to jump into the market, and that's what happened. A lot of people jumped in, drove the market up. But now this is a time you want to be very concerned. You have to make sure you're protected. If you're riding some profits now, the market does not and will not ever go in a straight line. There will always be pullbacks, especially after big moves. Oftentimes there's a big move the opposite direction. And that's a good thing. I mean, you can benefit both directions, but just make sure that you know how to protect yourself. And now is a good time to ask yourself, how are you protected? Do you know how to protect your assets, your portfolio? And if not, come into these power trading workshops. We'll show you how to do that.
Yeah, that's a good thing. Good comment. Just a funny little thing. In an article from Benzinga here, it was on the 13th. It says, will recession accompany bull market in 2024? Analysts project S&P 500 nearing the 5,000 mark. Mm-hmm. Now, that's from Benzinga. And it's funny because that will bring emotions to the public. Now, it's not about what's in the news, it's what's in the clues. So that when you have a step-by-step strategy, you're not following what the news says, because is that going to happen? Who knows? You don't know. But if you have a strategy with proper capital management, it doesn't matter what it's going to do. You're going to be in a strategy for up markets, and you'll be in a strategy for down markets. And that's why we do have, as Al was alluding to earlier, have these power trading workshops that are designed to teach you when to be in the market, when to be out of the market. We got markets that are nearing all-time highs. How do we adjust for that? How do we be in a strategy with no emotions, no FOMO, as what Al is talking about, or fear? That way you can do that confidently. And I've been talking about this all day on the show, having more choices. So it's the last giveaway of the show, Al, and we've had a lot of people that want to come into this power trading workshop. This is a class where we've taught thousands, just like you, are many strategies which are designed to teach you to make smart investing decisions, whether you're looking in a 401k, an IRA, making smart decisions there, because that should be hopefully the biggest chunk of your assets, your monies. So strategies for that, but also strategies for those income part of it, the income strategies. So to come into one of these power trading workshops, simply text the word investing to the number 210-210. You'll get a text right back. So make sure to click the link that's in that text and pick your own date. If you're on the interweb, you can go to investwithota.com and you can find our landing page there. We do these classes several times per week. So come into one of these classes, learn more about how to make smart decisions with the markets at all-time highs. Al, we've had a great discussion here today. A lot of fun talking about many different topics. I know you always have today's OTA, tip of the week.
But you know what? Take a moment and ask yourself why you are where you are now in your life. The answer is it's because of decisions you've made. And where you're going to be in the future depends on the decisions that you make today. Embrace the fact that you have the freedom to decide how your future is going to look. If changes you want to make are financial, we can provide the knowledge, the tools, the strategies, and the resources to give you the opportunity to succeed. But it's up to you to decide what to do with them. The decisions you make now can change your life forever. Remember, you can't achieve a higher level of anything behaving as the person who got you to where you are now.
That's some really good insight. We can give you all the tools in the world, all the strategies in the world. But if you don't have that why, that real reason on why you're looking at the market, maybe it's an income strategy. Maybe it's to help your family, leave a legacy for your family, or just protect what you have. That's the start. And then come into one of these power trading workshops and learn the strategies that are designed for that. Text the word investing to the number 210-210 for 2 seats for that power trading workshop. As always, same time, same place next week. Until then,